All right. I got a guest with me right now. His name is Vinny Gerace. And Vinny is my guy for helping me out with all my video content, social media content. So I want to introduce Vinny to me. Now, the reason I'm doing this, I know this is a mortgage, real estate, and finance show, but look, so many of my listeners out there are self-employed. And you know what? You have no clue as to how to actually market your business. So I wanted Vinny to come on with me and explain to you what he does and how he can help you in your individual business. So, Vinny, welcome to the Lone Ranger Show.
Thank you so much for having me, Bruce. It's great to be with y'all.
Well, I'm glad to have you. You've done a lot for me. You've done a lot for some of my friends in the real estate business and other businesses. So, I got a few questions for you. You ready for my questions?
Shoot.
So, look, so here I get phone calls like every day from digital marketing companies trying to get my business. And you know what? At the end of the day, you know what they're trying to do? Sell
Hmm.
me YouTube ads or Google ads, right? So when I'm just like, I don't need any of that stuff, right? Or they want to be my marketing company. Tell me a little bit about you and what differentiates you from other digital marketing type companies.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will say that's kind of the number one thing that these agencies want you to do. They just want you to pour money into ads, 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 because it's just a quick way for them to get your numbers, soaring. What we focused on is niched content that is hyper focused to your ideal client. And so, we focus on long form video, Instagram video too, the short form stuff. But long form video is the place where you can connect directly to your ideal client without ads in an organic way. So they get to know you, like you, and trust you. We're in a trust economy, Bruce. There's
100%.
information everywhere right now. Information's cheap, but a guide is priceless. And being a guide goes way farther than ads because ads, it'll just show you. It's like
Clickbait.
going by on a billboard. Yeah, clickbait. The algorithm's like a coffee shop. If your menu's all screwed up and you're not clear on your offer, you're not going to go back to that coffee shop. You're not going to
Right.
recommend that coffee shop to your friends. Ads they're just going to show your business to people that don't care about you instead of
Right.
cultivating an organic audience. And
A
that's
little
what we
bit more
do
targeted. So
for
you've
sure.
got a lot of experience in this industry. I know you're a full sail graduate. You've worked in the movie industry. You've done national commercials. You've worked with a lot of folks. And so you do things a little bit different than other companies. What are you doing different than just me picking up my iPhone and shooting a video on my iPhone?
Well, it's funny. I actually just sold all my film cameras because you don't need them anymore. We film all content on our iPhones and encourage our clients to do so as well. Because guess what? It's easy to do so. And the main thing is you just got to do it. You have to be consistent. You have
The
to be
cameras are
authentic
good
with it
and you can do it instantly. The problem
instantly.
is, and this relates to my next question is, so you shoot a video. What do you do with it? Just send it into Instagram or whatever. So you don't do that. So what are you doing different then?
We focus on the outcome that our ideal clients need to have. So, as an example, if I'm a realtor and I'm not making videos on the process of the home sale and all the nitty gritty on that, I'm thinking of the problems that my client will have around that. Like what colors to paint the walls, what to change out my floors, how to upgrade my curb appeal, things that will help our clients move the needle. And that's what long form video is about, is answering those questions and just being your authentic self, providing that trust to those folks so they really understand you better. And when you focus every single message on that ideal client, thinking of that one person that you need to help, and you're making all your content about them and how to help them with their problems, your marketing will change just like that. And that's what we do differently,
Unbelievable.
is
So you're
focus
not
on
just
that.
so the clients that think they want to do reels and TikTok and YouTube and Instagram, like you can do that for them, right? But
Sure,
you will
absolutely.
look at each business individually to really determine how can I attract a client and what message do you want to portray to be able to build trust. So that's what kind of separates you from a lot of other folks. So a lot of other people are chasing like followers and stuff like that. We hear that, follow this and like that and do that. But you know, I don't care about views. I care about clients that want my services and can relate to me and give me the opportunity to connect with them. So, how do you do that?
Absolutely. You focus on, like I said before, you focus on the problems or the outcomes that your clients want, right? And when you do that, your views, and you have to be hyper niched as well. That's another thing that we work with our clients on YouTube, on Instagram. We have a client that if you type in Orlando Airbnb, he's number one. And that happened
Yeah.
in a couple of months. You type in the search term Orlando Airbnb because he helps folks around the world that want to invest around the
In
Disney
Airbnb.
area.
Right.
Indeed.
Right. So
Focus on your
he's
ideal
not
client and niche in. Yeah.
right. So he's not a shotgun approach where you can
Mm.
be there, you can be a seller. We can help you with that. First time home buyer. He's focused on the business that he's an expert in, and that's how you draw attention. And now his business has exploded from what you
Mhm.
know. He's one of my personal realtor partners. He's on my referral list. Sean McCormick, unbelievable guy. And yes, check him out. If you don't think Vinny's the real deal, check out and see what he's done for Sean McCormick because it is the real deal. All right.
And I will
Now,
say before we continue, real quick, if you look at Sean's content, it's not hundreds of thousands of views. It's maybe hundreds, like you said. And those hundreds of views are the people that he wants. He had 3 listing appointments this week just from YouTube, and his views don't get over 5,000. So it's incredible. You don't have to go viral to make money on YouTube.
you're 100% right. We're not trying to monetize what we're doing on social media. That's not what we're doing. We're trying to attract real clients that know
Mhm.
and understand what your product is and can trust that you're the person to go to. Last question for you. For a business owner listening right now, okay, tons of them listening right now, Tampa, Orlando, everywhere, real estate agents, general contractors, plumbers, anybody. Like, what's the biggest mistake that they make when doing videos?
2 big mistakes. Number 1, not doing it. That's
Not
just
doing
the
it. Okay.
that's the but when you do it, and this goes for marketing all over the board. They just talk about themselves, Bruce. They talk about themselves and they think people care who they are and all their accolades, right? You have to focus on you have to niche in and you have to focus on what your ideal client cares about because people don't care who you are until they know how much you care. And that is the
100%.
foundation of everything we do here with our agency.
I love it. I got just a couple minutes left. Do you have any questions for me?
I sure do. Yeah. So you've built massive trust, and that's what we do on YouTube for our clients, right? You've been doing this on radio, building trust for years. So how does professional video help you take that same credibility and let people see you and not just hear you before they call?
First of all, a visual connection is far stronger than an oral connection. So you can hear me on the radio and I can develop trust with you. If you trust me, I get tons of clients that call me for that. But a lot of people want to see the person. I'm still a handshaker. I still like meeting with people in person, to be honest with you. But my videos allow me to break down segments because my aging out client that needs a reverse mortgage doesn't need to listen to a video that I'm doing for first time home buyers. So I can separate that and walk each client through the process on long form video. And when we're saying long form video, that just means like YouTube stuff, right? But
Mhm.
I also do videos and house them on my website to do training events so that you can see, hey, I want to give my grandson a $5,000 gift. What's the best way to do it? Bang, there's my video.
I love it. I mean, you focus on educating people really instead of selling them. Education is number one in what you're doing. And everyone listening, educate, 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 give first. So, Bruce, how, with your long form, talking about that and your class content that you have, how do you break those down into short videos to help people understand mortgages without feeling pressure or other industry terms like that?
Well, it's interesting you say that because I have no idea how to do that. That's why I
I'm
really
gonna be on you.
I have listen, I will create content. I know what people need. I know the information they need. I know how to convey that, but I don't know how to send it out. I'm a 66-year-old guy. I have no idea how to do that. That's why I've got you to do that for me. So you break it down and you say, that first time home buyer, we may need to do a TikTok or we may need to do an Instagram. I don't know. You tell me what to do and it works for me. That's why I hire you to help me find the right connections. And some folks that maybe in their 80s or 90s, they're never even going to go on the internet. It may be
Hmm.
their grandchild or child that saw it and then drove them to me.
Hmm. Yeah. And that's why focusing, and you and I talked a lot about this. Like, okay, who's the ideal person to get this video? Each video needs to have an outcome for that person and niche in. Don't be afraid to niche in, everyone. Like,
Right.
niche in and focus on your ideal client. That's what Bruce and I do. And it really
All the
makes a
time.
difference. Yeah.
What else you got
So,
for me? We got about a
yeah.
minute and a half.
Okay, okay, really quick. So you work with a lot of first-time home buyers, move-up buyers, tons of investors, self-employed business owners. How does targeted video allow you to speak directly to each group instead of using just one generic message?
Well, that's interesting because when you're on the radio, statistically, people only listen to talk radio for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then they're in their car, out of their car. Some people will listen to our whole show, and I've got some loyal listeners. But for me to be able to talk about a lot of things, I have to mention a lot of things on the radio. So it doesn't really give me the opportunity to dive as deep on any particular content as I'd like to. So I kind of give you an idea of what it is. If you're like, I'm self employed, my accountant's writing off everything. I want to buy a house. How do I do it? Bang. You either call me or you can go to my website and it'll drive you to my YouTube channel. And you can say, I want to watch a video with Bruce on self employed buyers, or I want to be a first time home buyer, or I want to know how to buy a house and I have no income, but I got $5 million in the bank. How do I do that? Videos. That's what helps. Break them down, help educate the public.
Yeah, and so you said videos, right? You have to be consistent with them, right? So how does consistent video content help you attract better qualified clients who already trust and know you before they pick up the phone? They're already warm. So how does that help?
Well, it helps them to understand. It helps them to connect with me. But you know what? Each video it's all different. Everybody has their own idea as to what they want. So I think that creating videos, because I do videos instructions. If a client calls me and says, hey, I'm getting a gift from my grandpa, I'm going to send them a video that tells them how to do the gift and they can share it with grandpa. So all of these things come together. I want you to know if you're listening to this show, thanks for joining me on the Lone Ranger Radio Show. I've got Vinny available. If you would like to connect with Vinny, go to webringyouhome.com or you can connect with him now at videos2clients.com. That's videos, the number 2clients.com. Vinny, thanks for joining me today in the Lone Ranger Show. We got to cut it loose. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere.